Hi everyone, my name's Kara, and today on Crafting with Kara, we are going to make our very own paper crane. In Japanese culture, these mean good fortune, and they say if you make one, all of your wishes will come true. All you will need for this craft is paper. I'm going to be using scrapbook paper, and it's 12 inches by 12 inches. You need to use a square when you do origami. This paper is a little thicker, so I'm going to have to make my creases more prominent. You can also use a plain piece of printer paper, and you just need to fold it into a square. What you do is fold it like this, cut off the end, and then you'll have a square. So once you have your square piece of paper, you are going to fold from corner to corner one way and make that crease, and then corner to corner the opposite way and crease again. Oops. So you make an X in your paper. Now you're going to flip it over and fold the sides together from top to bottom. And then switch and go top to bottom again. So now you have these triangles. So these are all the folds that you want to have on your paper after steps 1 and 2. Now what you're going to do is move your square so it looks like a diamond, and you're going to take the two ends, and naturally they're going to want to fold in to create this smaller square, and then you flatten it out. So now we have our square. You want to keep the open flaps on the bottom, and this is what it looks like from the top. It kind of looks like a little flower type thing. There are 4 edges, but we're going to keep it flat like this with the flaps on the bottom. So now what you're going to do is take each side and match it up to the middle fold like so, and you'll do both sides like this. And we'll flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. And the hardest part for me is getting all of my corners to fold correctly. So if they're not completely folded, it's okay, because it still works out anyway. And now what we're going to do is make a crease like this, fold down that top corner, but then unfold it. It's just going to help us guide another fold later on. So now once you've done that, you're going to open these 4 flaps that you just created on front and back. And I am going to color the folds that are important in the next step. 1, 2, and then this is the crease that we did to help us guide each other. And then I'm going to also make these prominent so you can see what I'm about to do. This is probably the most difficult step in making a paper crane, but it's also not that difficult. So everything's open, and you're going to fold this up like this, and we're going to take these 2 sides and fold it on to the marks that we made there. And then you're going to fold this up like that to make a diamond type shape like this. The difficult part is this crease right here, which is why I creased this corner down before to help us guide this open. And then you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So I'm gonna redo this crease, open from the bottom to the top, and fold the sides in. And might have to guide it along a little bit, straighten some things out. But there you go, now you have a longer diamond shape. And you can tell that my folds are not as perfect as they probably should be. But again, it's not the end of the world if these don't match up. Or you could just simply fix it if you want to. So now we have our top right here and our bottom with the flaps like this. And our top is like this. And we are going to just take it like so and flip the sides this way. So we're going to flatten it the opposite way. Again, this is where we start. And then we're just going to take these two sides and bring them together, and the same on the other side. So we're changing the face of the origami. And once that's done, you're going to take this corner and bring it into the center like you did earlier. Like so. Both sides. And then flip it over and do the same thing. And now our diamond is even thinner and longer. We're almost done making our paper crane. Once you have this shape, you are going to take the bottom flap and fold it up like so. So now all four ends are going to be on the same side. Like that. And now we are also going to flip this over again, like so. So we're starting here. We're going to take these two corners and fold them together. And the same on the other side. And now, to make the wings, we're going to take this top, fold it down, and the other side the same. So of course there's two wings. To make the head and the tail, we're going to move this to the right a little. And you can see this fold build out a little bit. So you're just going to flatten that down so the head is not sticking straight up but at an angle. And we are going to poke this down, make another little crease for his beak. And then for the tail, we're going to do the same thing. Bring this down this way, recrease it here to be at an angle, and voila, you have your paper crane. So here's our finished product. This is the crane I made out of the printer paper that I just did on the video. And I did one with scrapbook paper off camera. It is a little more difficult to fold the scrapbook paper since it's thicker. There is a Japanese challenge that if you make 1,000 paper cranes, you can make one very, very special wish come true. That's how much good fortune 1,000 paper cranes bring. I have 2. Let's see how long it takes me to make 998 more. Thank you for joining me on Crafting with Kara today. I hope you had fun.